In the dim light of twilight, memories blended with whispers of forgotten tales, creating a tapestry of mystery that stretched across decades. There existed a story, elusive yet unmistakable, about a sibling who faded from the fabric of time, leaving only layers of haunting recollections behind. Childhood corridors held echoes not only of laughter and shared secrets but also of an inexplicable presence, a sister whose existence was acknowledged only in the fragile remnants of memory. Though family portraits gleamed on the walls with visible smiles, one name was conspicuously absent, as if a part of the picture had been erased in an unbidden stroke of fate. Those who grew up in the household recalled a presence that was both familiar and unsettling, detailed moments of play, whispered confidences in the dark, and mysterious imprints of a soul that seemingly vanished overnight. Hallways that once resonated with the warmth of familial bonds now whispered unanswered questions, as every cherished memory contended with the inexplicable void. Friends, neighbors, and even distant relatives could not recall a birth certificate or any official document that verified the existence of this lost sister, nor did any photograph capture her delicate silhouette among the smiling faces of the family. The ambiance in that household was one of fragmented reality, the kind that teeters on the edge of a dream and an inescapable nightmare. Each memory regarding her conjured images both vibrant and surreal, beckoning those who remembered to question the limits of what was real. Thus began a narrative steeped in mystery and dread, weaving a tale that challenged the boundaries of logical explanation. In the ensuing account, layers of clandestine truths unravel slowly, inviting a search for meaning within the enigma that haunted every corner of their lives. A mysterious past beckoned, urging secrets to be revealed. The early days of childhood in that seemingly ordinary home were imbued with the extraordinary presence that defied simple explanation. Every room resonated with the laughter of children and the muted murmur of everyday life. Yet behind this veneer of normalcy, subtle discrepancies began to emerge. One of them was the curious phenomenon of the never-present sister, whose memory was invoked with the same tenderness as a warm embrace, and yet her silhouette remained an enigma. The siblings in recollection recounted playing hide-and-seek in sunlit gardens, crafting secret forts beneath sprawling trees, and sharing midnight snacks in whispering kitchens, all the while aware of an intangible companion who was never formally introduced into family records. As days blended into seasons, the presence of this elusive sister grew into a focal point of mystery. The child's world was painted with vibrant moments that felt almost surreal, the gentle flutter of leaves outside the window mirroring the delicate spirit that some believed had once danced merrily through the halls, while other moments were shrouded in the eerie stillness of truths too complex for a young mind to fully comprehend. The family, caught in the delicate interplay between memory and reality, maintained a quiet optimism, even as disjointed narratives started to spread among close relatives. There was an air of coexistence with the impossible, a harmonious blend of joyous familial scenes and the unsettling feeling of an absent figure that somehow managed to permeate every gathering, every photograph, and every recollection of their lives. In the labyrinth of youthful recollections, details emerged that defied both logic and legal documentation. Familiar daily rituals were imbued with the silent acknowledgement of her existence, a subtle smile at family picnics, the unspoken nod during festive celebrations, hints of laughter echoing in empty rooms. Neighbors recalled vague memories that felt like half-remembered dreams, stories of a family that fervently denied any official record of this missing sister. Despite the lack of physical evidence, a birth certificate tucked away in a dusty drawer or family albums with empty slots, the recollections were compelling, painting a picture of a presence that was as real as any sibling, fleeting yet undeniably powerful. The legacy of childhood became an intricate tapestry, woven from the threads of experiences that blurred the boundaries between the tangible and the figments of wild imagination, challenging perceptions and sowing seeds of doubt in even the firmest of minds. Every fluttering memory from those years carried an undercurrent of both delight and despair, a duality that left many questioning the very nature of family and existence. In those formative days, the intersection of reality and the imagined crafted a narrative that was as enchanting as it was perplexing, leaving those who experienced it with an enduring sense of wonder and a lingering suspicion that everything familiar might conceal a hidden truth beneath the surface of everyday life. The mystery permeated every facet of their early lives, as the imprint of an otherworldly presence stirred the spirit and inked memories in invisible hues. Friends marveled at the notion that a figure so essential could exist without leaving a trace in the formal records of life. Teachers would glimpse an odd familiarity in the eager eyes of the students when discussing family heritage, silently acknowledging the intangible sibling. Over time, the blending of fact and fabricated memory became a rite of passage, a puzzle that each child's mind sought to resolve in its own quiet way. The absence, while painful to understand, became a silent lesson about the enigmatic nature of existence, a puzzle intertwining the realms of love, loss, and the inexplicable workings of fate that defied common sense. This peculiar void was not merely a gap in documentation, but a space filled with haunting possibilities and unspoken connections that challenged every conventional notion of kinship and time. Enigma perplexed every heart. Then, as if a cosmic shift had taken place, the once perceptible figure in their collective memory began to recede, until one day every trace vanished. Life continued with the relentless march of time, yet a chill settled over the hearts of those who clung to recollections. Subtle signs appeared, belongings left untouched, favorite toys mysteriously abandoned in quiet corners, each artifact a silent testament to her presence that once was. The disappearance was sneaky and painful, like a secret slipping away under the cover of perpetual dusk. In the space where laughter had danced, silence took root, and in the void where her voice echoed, only the weight of unanswered questions remained. The family's narrative turned increasingly surreal as legal documents, school records, and even casual mentions in community gossip failed to substantiate the existence of the missing sister. Yet in whispered conversations between friends and family, she was spoken of with both longing and trepidation. Her imagined presence became an emblem of inexplicable loss, a ghost woven into the fabric of their identity. Each recollection of her presence carried an undercurrent of sorrow mixed with wonder, as if acknowledging that her absence was as profound as her once tangible existence. The daily rituals of a once united family now carried the weight of a secret too heavy to bear openly. Memories from years past emerged like faded photographs, images of a smiling face in the periphery, a shadow that lingered just beyond the lights of familiar rooms. Even as the investigative whispers grew louder in hushed circles, tangible evidence of her existence stubbornly eluded every attempt at explanation. The painful reality was punctuated by inexplicable moments: an untouched scarf discovered in an attic, a softly playing melody on an old music box resonating in an abandoned room, each act stirring a plea for understanding. The vanishing of the sister, both a physical and metaphysical disappearance, left a void that deepened with every passing day. In the wake of her inexplicable absence, the fabric of everyday life was forever altered. The memory of her, though intangible and often questioned by official records, was woven seamlessly into the history of the family. Her inexplicable departure became the stuff of legend, a mystery that transcended mere absence. It transformed into a symbol of the fragile line between the seen and the unseen, the known and the inexplicable, urging everyone to confront the unsettling truth that sometimes what is missing can be as powerfully present as what is clearly seen. Over the ensuing months, as each day melded indistinguishably into the next, the palpable absence of the sister began to imprint itself on every facet of existence. The home, once a sanctuary of familiar warmth and unguarded joy, slowly transformed into a mosaic of half-remembered moments and lingering doubts. Every ordinary action, from the simple act of sharing a meal to the quiet turning of a page in a well-worn book, carried with it the weight of a mystery that defied explanation. In the silent interludes between heartbeat and thought, the inexplicable void stirred a blend of grief and curiosity, compelling family members to silently search for meaning within the gaps. The unanswered questions sparked dreams and nightmares alike, as if the very essence of the missing sister hovered on the threshold of consciousness, seeping into daydreams and echoing in the chambers of solitude. This communal sorrow, interwoven with a sense of wonder, became a shared burden that united them despite the pervasive isolation. Each individual was left grappling with the paradox of an absence so complete that its presence was a haunting reminder of human existence. Amid the swirling accounts and whispered lore, a single, unexplainable artifact emerged that defied all rational understanding. In a dusty, forgotten corner of the attic, an item was discovered that belonged to a life that should not have been. It was an old, delicate locket, inscribed with an ambiguous symbol that bore a striking resemblance to the family crest, yet was intermingled with enigmatic markings unknown to any living relative. This relic, seemingly untouched by time, exuded an aura of mystery that sent shivers through those who encountered it. Though no photograph or document could verify the existence of its owner, The locket appeared to radiate an otherworldly warmth, as if capturing a fragment of a soul lost to the shadows. Those who examined the locket found that its intricate design held clues that defied conventional explanation. Inscribed along its edges in a flowing script were fragments of words that hinted at secrets of parallel lives and a reality beyond measurable dimensions. Scholars unconvinced by mere tales of family myth considered the possibility that this artifact bridged the gap between memory and tangible presence. Every curve and carved detail whispered of a life force that had somehow been transposed from one realm to another, leaving behind nothing but a physical echo locked inside a small, ornamental case. The locket soon became the focal point of intense scrutiny among local historians and paranormal enthusiasts alike. It was studied meticulously under the scrutiny of modern science, yet every test returned inconclusive, as if the evidence itself was designed to evade the straightforward methods of analysis. Its indelible impression on the minds of those who handled it stirred a confluence of wonder, fear, and unresolved questions, demanding a deeper investigation into the phenomenon of a sister who might have existed only in the interstices of reality and illusion. Every detail of the locket, from the worn hinges to the faded inscription, compelled investigators to question the nature of evidence itself. The artifact served as a silent witness to a story that defied time and logic. As experts pondered its origins, they could not ignore the uncanny intuition that the locket was a portal to truths hidden beneath layers of forgotten lore. Its mysterious existence fueled debates and theories, capturing imaginations and inspiring a relentless pursuit of the elusive sister's reality. Each measured glance at it deepened the mystery and revived lingering childhood memories. As the mystery deepened, so did the cascade of theories that sought to explain the inexplicable absence. Among the many speculations that emerged, one of the most provocative was the possibility of parallel realities, a notion that suggested that the missing sister might exist in a dimension that inadvertently intersected with our own. Proponents of this idea argued that the fabric of reality could tear ever so slightly, allowing alternate versions of events to bleed into one another. This theory, though enticing, left more questions than answers, as it challenged the established order of cause and effect. Other theories veered into darker territories. Some whispered of a government cover-up, in which a clandestine operation had purposefully erased all traces of her existence from public and private records alike. According to these suspicions, powerful forces might have determined that her very existence posed a threat, an unpredictable variable that required careful suppression. In hushed conversations, the possibility of mind-altering experiments and the manipulation of collective memory was broached, sparking a blend of fear and incredulity among conspiracists and casual onlookers alike. A third perspective placed the blame on human cognition and the fragile nature of memory. It posited that in times of intense emotional strain, the human mind might resort to a form of self-preservation, a psychosomatic erasure of a trauma too heavy to bear. Whether this anomaly was a deliberate act of omission or a natural consequence of overwhelming loss, it challenged the boundaries of psychological resilience and scientific understanding. Amid the tangled web of speculation and intrigue, each theory contributed a unique piece to the elaborate puzzle, inviting both skepticism and wonder in equal measure. In the quiet aftermath of fervent debates and speculative fervor, what remained was an undeniable truth: the human urge to seek coherence in chaos, to find order in the inexplicable, was itself a powerful force, a force that could both illuminate and obscure the path to understanding the sister who never existed. Each layered theory, whether anchored in science, conspiracy, or the mysteries of the mind, wove a rich tapestry of possibility. The debate was not merely academic, it touched the very essence of belief and the human desire for closure. In the interplay between doubt and conviction, the search for truth persevered, leaving an indelible mark on the collective memory. These reflections echoed into the night, uniting hearts in a shared quest for answers that transcended understanding. In the final analysis, the tapestry of memories, evidence, and theories converged into a singular, heart-stopping truth that defied simple explanation. The missing sister, an enigma woven through the narratives of family lore and psychological whispers, remained a paradox, a presence felt more keenly in the spaces between words than in any tangible record. Official documents, meticulously combed for clues, revealed nothing, and photographs captured only the smiling visage of a family unaware of the void. Yet, every recollection, every shared memory, insisted on her undeniable existence, as if her presence thrived in the collective subconscious. It became apparent that the unexplainable nature of her absence was not the result of deliberate erasure or interdimensional crossings alone, but a confluence of forces both human and unknowable. The tangible artifact, the locket, and the intangible resonance of lived experiences merged to form a narrative that was as haunting as it was compelling. In this final reckoning, the truth emerged not as a linear fact, but as a symphony of fragments, a puzzle whose missing pieces only deepened the mystery. Ultimately, the story of the sister who never existed became a mirror, reflecting our own yearning for understanding, a poignant reminder that reality is often more unsettling than the realm of our dreams. In the end, the elusive truth refused to conform to expectations. Instead, it blossomed into a mystery that demanded both acceptance and inquiry, compelling us to acknowledge that some enigmas forever reside in the realm of the unexplained, revealing truths beyond measure.